The sky above the small colony was dark and heavy. Thick clouds blocked the sun, making the world look cold and gray. On this distant planet far from Earth, the people lived in fear. For months, they had been fighting for their lives against a cruel alien race. The aliens were strong, fast, and dangerous. Every day they attacked the colony's walls and tried to break inside. Inside the colony, Commander Mira stood on the watchtower, her eyes fixed on the horizon. She had led the colony through many hard times, but this was the worst. The colony was almost surrounded and their supplies were running low. The soldiers were tired and the people were losing hope. "They won't come," one of the younger soldiers whispered to Mira, his voice shaking. "Earth is too far. No one will help us." Mira looked down at the crowd gathered in the small square below. Families held each other tightly. Children hid behind their parents. The colony was scared, but they needed a leader. Mira took a deep breath and raised her voice. "We cannot give up now. We fight until the last moment. Help might come, even if it seems impossible." But inside she felt the same fear. The last message from Earth was weeks ago. Their calls for help had gone unanswered. Communication satellites were destroyed in the first alien attack. No one knew if Earth even heard them. Suddenly, a loud explosion shook the ground. The alien forces had launched another attack. The sky lit up with fire as energy blasts hit the colony walls. Soldiers ran to their positions, ready to defend. Mira grabbed her radio and shouted orders. "Hold the east wall. Don't let them through. Protect the civilians." The aliens were relentless. Their ships hovered close, dropping small soldiers, who rushed to the gates. The colony's defenses were strong, but they were fewer in number. Slowly, the aliens pushed forward. As the battle raged, Mira's mind raced. She thought about her family on Earth, about the friends she might never see again. The colony's survival depended on one thing: help from Earth. But the hope of rescue was fading. Night fell, and the fighting grew worse. The aliens moved like shadows in the dark, striking quickly and disappearing. The colony's soldiers were exhausted and injured. The walls showed cracks and fires burned in the distance. In the command center, Mira gathered her officers. "We have to prepare for the worst," she said quietly. "If help does not come, we must be ready to fight to the last man." One officer shook his head, tears in his eyes. "We can't win like this, Commander. The aliens are too strong." Suddenly, the radar beeped. A blip appeared on the screen. Something big was coming toward the colony. Mira stared in disbelief. "What is that?" The officer checked the readings. "It's a ship, a very large ship, approaching fast." Outside, the colony looked up. In the dark sky, a huge shape appeared. It was unlike any ship they had ever seen. It was big, strong, and glowing with blue light. The soldiers stopped fighting for a moment. The aliens paused too, confused and wary. Mira's heart raced. Could this be the help they needed? Or was it another enemy coming to finish them? The ship moved closer, landing just outside the colony's walls. A loud hum filled the air, and a powerful energy field spread around the colony, pushing back the aliens. The soldiers cheered, hope rising again in their hearts. But Mira knew this was just the beginning. The deadliest ship from Earth had arrived, but what would come next? Would it be enough to save the colony? Or would the battle become even more dangerous? As the ship's doors opened, a figure stepped out. Tall, strong, and ready for war. Mira whispered to herself, "Help is here." But the fight is far from over. The huge ship stood quietly just outside the colony. Its metal surface shimmered under the dim light of the planet's twin moons. It was like nothing the people had ever seen. Powerful, yet mysterious. The colony's soldiers and citizens gathered, watching with wide eyes. Hope was starting to grow again, but no one knew what to expect. Inside the ship, Captain Rylan looked out through the thick glass window. His face was calm but serious. He had traveled many light years to reach this lost colony. His ship was Earth's greatest protector, built to face the toughest dangers in space. The ship's name was Sentinel, known across many star systems, as the strongest and safest shield humanity had. "Prepare for landing," Captain Ryland said firmly. "We don't know what awaits us, but we must be ready." Back in the colony, Commander Mira was both nervous and curious. She had heard stories about Earth's powerful ships, but seeing one here felt unreal. She walked toward the landing zone, her heart pounding with both hope and fear. The ship's ramp slowly lowered and figures appeared, humans in sleek suits carrying advanced tools and devices. They moved with confidence and calm, like they had faced many challenges before. Mira stepped forward to meet Captain Ryland. "Thank you for coming," she said quietly. "We thought no one would hear us." Captain Ryland nodded. "We received your last message. We are here to help. But this mission will not be easy. The danger you face is greater than you think." Suddenly the ground trembled. The aliens were not gone. They were watching, waiting. The glowing eyes of their scouts appeared from the shadows. The colony held its breath. Captain Ryland turned to Mira. "We must act fast. I will send out drones to scan the area. We need to find out their plans." The drones flew into the dark sky, their lights cutting through the gloom. They sent back images and signals to the ship's control center. What they found surprised everyone. The aliens were not just attacking for power. They were searching for something, an ancient device hidden deep under the colony, a device that could change the fate of the whole galaxy. Mira frowned. "We never knew about this device. Why would they want it?" Captain Ryland's eyes narrowed. "Because it holds power that no one should have. If the aliens find it first, the consequences will be terrible." The colony's people gathered to listen. Fear mixed with hope. They now understood why the attacks were so fierce. The Sentinel began to activate its defenses, not weapons but shields and energy fields to protect the colony from harm. The captain's team worked with the colony engineers, sharing knowledge and preparing for what might come. As night deepened, strange lights appeared far away. Alien ships gathering again, slower this time, as if they were planning something bigger. Mira looked up at the stars. "We are not just fighting to survive. We are fighting to protect something much greater than ourselves." Captain Ryland placed a hand on her shoulder. "Together we can stand strong. Earth's deadliest ship is here, but it's not just the ship, it's the people. Your courage will make the difference." The night air was tense. Every sound, every shadow felt important. The colony was ready to face what was coming, but no one could guess what the next day would bring. As the Sentinel hummed softly, the colony waited and hoped. The sky was still dark when the first signs of movement appeared on the edge of the colony. The alien ships, fewer but larger, glided silently through the atmosphere. The calm before the storm made the air thick with tension. Everyone held their breath, waiting to see what would happen next. Inside the control room of the Sentinel, Captain Ryland studied the readings carefully. The scanners showed that the alien fleet was regrouping, preparing for a different kind of approach. This time, they were not rushing in blindly. They were planning, waiting for the right moment. Mira stood beside him, watching the screens with a mix of hope and worry. "What do you think they're planning?" she asked softly. Captain Ryland did not answer immediately. His eyes narrowed as he traced the movements on the display. "They want to force us out, not destroy the colony. They believe the ancient device is beneath us, and they hope to claim it without a fight." Outside, the colony's defenders worked, quietly, reinforcing barriers and calming frightened families. The atmosphere was tense but calm. No one wanted to cause panic, yet everyone knew the danger was very real. Suddenly, the Sentinel's drone fleet returned with new information. The ancient device was not just hidden under the colony, it was connected to the planet itself. It had the power to change the environment, to turn the planet into a fortress or a weapon. Mira's heart raced. If the aliens get it, they could control the whole planet. We have to protect it at all costs. Captain Ryland nodded. Our priority is to keep it safe. We will use the Sentinel's energy fields to create a shield around the colony, but it won't hold forever. The colony's people gathered in the main hall to hear the news. The elders spoke of the device's legends, how it was created long ago by an unknown civilization. It was a gift and a danger, depending on who controlled it. The night grew deeper, and tension grew with it. The aliens moved closer but did not attack. It was a standoff, a test of wills. Then, the Sentinel sent out a powerful pulse, a wave of energy that lit up the sky like a second sun. The aliens hesitated, retreating slightly. The colony's people cheered quietly, hope rising in their hearts. Mira looked at Captain Rylan. "We can't keep this up forever." He smiled, though it was a tired smile. "No, but every moment counts. We buy time for Earth to send more help." The colony stayed awake, watching the stars and the glowing shield around them. They knew the real battle was still ahead, but for now they had a chance. As the first light of dawn touched the horizon, Mira whispered, "We will protect this place, no matter what." The story was far from over. The next steps would decide the fate of the colony, and maybe the whole galaxy.